Welcome to another edition of Comic Book Business News. It is I, Josh Goldstein, on October 10th, October 10th, October 20th, 2023. Here in the news, another day of the nearly 2-week Gaza war, and it's Israel is challenged um by the Hamas organization's incursion into its sovereign territory. Towns towns and kibbutzes in the south were hit by missiles and people kidnapped from their homes and from music festivals. Soldiers killed. A Merca tank was destroyed. Missiles hit Ascalon and Sederot in southern Israel. Ascalon is a major city on the coast, which is sort of a resort city, one of the smaller ones. And Sederot is sort of a border town, border village. It's sort of infamous as the place in Israel where the most rockets hit. Not too many tours and foreigners visit Sederot, but Sederot knows if they want to continue to exist as a town, they're basically brave it and rely on the army to keep them safe. Well, the Israeli army, according to TLVT News, this online news organization, which is pretty good, bailed out the southern cities, and retook the ones the terrorists were pillaging and looting and acting like vandals in, and drove the terrorists out and established a perimeter outside the Gaza Strip. And Netanyahu basically declared war on terrorism. And this met, as I previously said, Biden and most of the foreign leaders like Zelensky, Macron, Sunak, and Schultz and etc. applauded Israel and backed it up. I think there is some like Merloni who is on the fence and some people who won't approve, but they are cowards and people who would basically not support Israel. So who cares about Giorgia Meloni, or who cares about people like that? And I don't care really about Rashida Tlaib or random members of Congress who feel the U.S. shouldn't help Israel or fund Israel. I think that it's really just quite silly to not be involved, because if we are not involved, we are ignoring the greater problem that this is almost a peaceful Middle East. and this is the last little rat that needs to be extinguished in order to have the Abraham Accords accomplish its greatest deeds. This could be a safe existence for Israel finally, and because of Israel and Saudi Arabia making um and, and making peace and existing with each other economically and socially. And there could be an entire Arabian Peninsula, except for, with the exception of Yemen, maybe pro-Israel. So let's get this one. Hope the IDF gets this one little rat out of the nest. Not all rats are needed. So another thing is, so then the third year, it's almost a third, it's pretty much almost a third year for the second Ukrainian war, and the winter, the fall counter offensive by the Ukrainian forces is slowing but making progress in eastern Ukraine. As you know, as I think this is going to be a very slow process, but the Ukraine is going to retake some of the eastern Ukraine, not all of it, and it is going to be so. I was tonight. I was watching the playoffs game. Naturally, I'm in my playoffs gear with my Phillies stuff, and I went to the I went to the Yard House in Moorestown and watched the playoffs. Got some nachos, had a couple beers. There's some hot chicks there, and the Phils almost accomplished a miracle, but nuts. It's they didn't win. Still ahead 2-1. But I think if they get a win tomorrow or later today, it could possibly be a 3 to. They could possibly win in 5. So could it be another World Series appearance? Possibly. But perchance we will see. Also, I was told Mr. Goldstein, your comic book is making money. So I have to contact somebody tomorrow and go back and forth with them. And I have meetings to go to about future conventions he will do with distributing my comic book. So old comic books become new comic books again. That is Maccabee Lady. Then this book is a cool book. Everybody should get it. Zayn Endless War on Amazon for $10 now. Still good price. And paperback for $4. This soon to be possibly a movie. At least some things. Hey, da 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 da. Ooga booga. So, what to talk about in the rest of the show? Oh, there there's some really interesting. I was looking at some of my older photos, me and and these photos are really well preserved over the years. Like my father and my friend Mike, like we were both 15 in that photo. That's kind of I'm in a Phantoms jersey. He's in like his a jacket or something. Kind of got he's got blonde hair. I've got brown hair. We were almost just we were I don't know. If we had been a band, we would have been like Lennon and McCartney. That was a good friend. Or Lee and Kirby. I should We should have done a comic book together. He had some good ideas. And he would never wanted to be serious or draw. He did a pin up for me once for an Ashcan book. He did some work for his local high school stuff. I should pay a salute to one of his characters, even though he'd hate it. It's a little like not one of the big, not his big, not any of his major ones, because that's almost a little bit like my maybe still. People say maybe still. Oh, isn't it like you're killing our minds here, Josh? Or Josh, I'm so you're mesmerizing me with this guy. And he's got this wonder. I don't know what's you know uh oh, come on. So, and then I saw like pictures of people's weddings, maybe Jeremy's wedding, maybe cousin Jennifer's wedding, and my father and my cat and my mom's car. It's like the nice the nice way it used to be. The old friends from one of my older comic book friends, before I was drawing a lot, like not the Bad Boys of Comics, not Sal or Grampus, but definitely not Fred. Those like guys I used to get rare issues off of. Like they had a nice collection of back issues at their store. And great collection of stuff. And stupid baseball caps, dumb moments I went to wrestling matches. Woo. I guess at one time in my life I like wrestling. I almost like race car driving too. It was really like I was really interested in a lot more stuff that part of my life. And maybe our close the show by checking out a chapter. So Cal Cal Alef's troops bore down and broke through the formerly impenetrable Angog defense perimeters. Mavis used everything resorting to Mavis used everything resorting to using mustard gas and suicide bombs to demobilize soldiers. Roadside bombs were set throughout Zarum to protect the vital cities of Ru, Zarum, and Oya. Nevertheless, when Kal Aleph and Machiavelli appeared, the Aleph army cheered their king and Lady Sophie of Israel as the pair flew in Ru, the nerve center of the terror, while the flying dreadnought was using his X-ray vision to scan for Mavis's Shedham bunker. It is under the Chancellery. That's where his little spider hole is, Sophie. Dreadnought and all right, said all right, got it. Dreadnought said, all right, got it, Dreadnought. Dreadnought Machiavelli said as they reached the bunker in no time that flat. Dreadnought bore, bored through the concrete like a bunker buster on. Call Sophie fought a terrific battle with hundreds of handpicked elite Shedham guardsmen who were in the outer bunker. This is taking Forever, Sophie, Cal said. Hey, dictators always attract tons of crazies. Thought you were an expert in that, Gramps, Sophie said, punching a guy. Gramps, I'm not even in middle age, Carl said, while punching five guys. You're expecting to the whole thing to me, Sophie said, wiping out the rest of the room clean. Oh, did he? Carl said, that's my boy. My baby lady had an expression on her face after he said that. Carl Olive, you asked. There is an explanation about that. When I wrote the book, I wanted or originally created it, I wanted the Zayn universe and the Maccabee Lady universe to sort of join. That's why I wrote her in the book as um uh sort of a little part of the book. Not she's not all over the book. She's in one or two chapters, and she helps him get back involved with stuff. And I for the graphic novel, I didn't have her in the graphic novel. So if anybody asks me, I'll just I wouldn't want it to be on record. Here's the book, buy the book. And there is, if you want the abridged copy, it's Zayn Wars of Independence, and it's a graphic novel, and you could get the shorter copy. Actually, to curse. Goodbye and good luck.